name is Chaos, and today we're going to dive into something personal. My great-grandfather, Rubén Oscar Miró Guardia, has been in the history books of Panama, not as a lawyer or a family man, but he is accused of assassinating a sitting president. This story is wild. It will include the assassination of Panama's president in 1955, as well as Miró's shocking confession and retraction, alleged CIA and even JFK connections, and his violent death in 1969. I will be using declassified CIA documents to walk you through the history. And at the end, I will give all the questions that I have, and hopefully with this video, we can find anything that helps solve this mystery. I apologize if I cannot pronounce some of these names. On January 2nd, 1955, José Antonio Remón was at the racetrack in Panama City, where the gunman opened fire with a machine gun. He was shot multiple times and died within hours. Panama was thrown into chaos. According to early reports and CIA cables, they say that this attack was well planned and well thought out. No one knew who ordered the assassination. Then that's when my great-grandfather enters the story. Rubén Oscar Miró, a lawyer, stepped forward and confessed. In his statement, he claimed to be directly involved, even saying that the weapon was from Guatemala and smuggled into Panama. But here's where it gets complicated. He later retracted his confession, saying parts were coerced or fabricated. Other subjects were named, including the name of José Remón Guazado. According to the CIA, this case had serious political repercussions and risked destabilizing Panama's leadership. And despite all the noise, Rubén Oscar Miró was acquitted. You may think after being acquitted, he may fade away, but no, his notoriety followed him. On December 31st, 1969, Miró was gunned down in Panama City. Reports say a burst of machine gun fire killed him instantly. His body was found the next morning on New Year's Day, 1970. The CIA file literally has a section that reads Remonista attempt of assassination on Rubén Oscar Miró Guardia. It was suggested that rival political groups wanted him silenced permanently. But till this day, no one has officially been charged for his murder. This is where the story expands beyond Panama. Declassified U.S. intelligence records places Rubén Miró's name under the JFK assassination collection. Mugrock and other researchers argue that Miró had links to the CIA as a contact, asset, or someone that they monitored closely. Was he just a convenient scapegoat in Panama, or was he a part of a larger web of Cold War intrigue that had links to the JFK era? Imagine learning that your great-grandfather was tied to an unsolved president assassination, acquitted, yes, but still infamous. Then to discover that he was murdered himself with no closure. So here are my questions. What did his confession really say, word for word? Why did he retract it, and was it really coerced? Who benefited politically off of Remon's death? Why was Rubén Miró killed in 1969, and by whom? What role did the CIA or U.S. intelligence play in these events? And what secrets are still hidden behind closed doors? Why is there so many questions? Why are there so many unanswered questions? The government is not giving us the full story. I don't know if my great-grandfather was a guilty man, an scapegoat, or a pawn in bigger geopolitical games. But I do know that his story deserves to be remembered fully, and not just as a headline, not just as unsolved. Thank you for listening. I know that this is different from my usual content, and I will go back to my usual content, but this is a story that I really wanted to share.